Bust down, Pantheonas. What's going on, folks? Now, who said Marcus couldn't kick off the show? Happy Thursday. Let me get up here to the top of the comments and say hello to everybody while we in here. Wolverine, what's going on? I am Two Fly Cam. What up? Pam. Oh, goddamn it, Pam Balam. We got. Who else is in here? Quasimodo. What up? Appreciate everybody kicking in here. I'm gonna go ahead and kick us off. Darius is on his way. Chill is on his way. What's going on, everybody? We'll go ahead. We'll chat about. You know what I mean? We'll have a homie conversation until the homies show up. Didn't feel like keeping y'all waiting too much longer. What up? Got a packed list tonight. We're gonna talk. We talking Lanterns delayed. Got the release date on that. Chadwick Boseman star on the Walk of Fame. Very emotional day. Toy Story 5. Everybody see Toy Story 5 trailer? Let's see what else. Tobey Maguire, Doomsday, Scoop. I'm sure Darius will have a lot to say about that one. Y'all still, I know Chat has high hopes for Doomsday, so we got to keep track of that. What's going on, Tony Robinson? What up, dog? Just waiting for Chill and Darius to pull up, but I got it. Yeah, I can put the Pantheon on my back real quick. For sure. Chadwick. A very, very emotional day. Ryan Coogler had a speech. Simone Boseman, his widow, had a speech. A lot of pictures taken. A lot of people there. I seen Letitia was there. Michael B was there. Obviously Ryan. A lot of people. The folks was out. You don't know. I don't know. That'd be crazy to pop in with a haircut, though. Scroll up here some more. Yes, sir, chef. Yes, sir. Let them know. When y'all be stepping out and y'all step into the mother chats, make sure y'all know let them know where y'all came from. You know what I mean? Let them know where y'all came from. Tell them the Pantheon sent you. What up? I said what I said. With my inside voice, you weren't meant to hear that. London calling. What up? Sure, man. A lot going on. A lot of scoopage. A lot of shit going on. I'm trying to see what I can talk to y'all about before we hit the main stuff. I don't want to get my thoughts on Lanterns being delayed. I'm a little peeved. Chill have a lot to say about that. But I don't know, man. I feel like there may be some weird things happening at DC Warner Brothers right now. Not looking too great. They putting together a super duper offer, a Disney type offer, $70 billion for Warner Brothers. Like, woof. Warner Brother or the Paramount and the Saudis. I don't know, man. It feels dirty to me, but they are pushing it. They're pushing it for sure. I'll take either one. I'll take either one. I'll take Brady or Wilson. Both goats. No, Pam. Your president is spicy. Okay? Your president has a set of knee pads that he likes to use. Okay? It's your guy. Damn. I got my light on. Oof. There we go. That looks good. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Icebreaker question. Which Marvel character would you want to see fight a DC character? Okay, let me choose Marvel side first. Let's go with Wolverine. What character would I want to see Wolverine fight on the DC side? Hmm. I want to try and I feel like matching healing factors kind of just makes it a stalemate. So I wanted to be some Jeopardy. Damn. Wolverine versus Beast Boy. Wolverine versus Beast Boy. What is Wolverine gonna do versus a T-Rex? Who else? Who else? Who else? Okay, give me another one. I'll do a cheesy one. I'll say give me Quicksilver and the Flash. That obviously is going to be a stalemate to a certain degree, but I think the Flash is faster than Quicksilver, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, we could also do something like hmm. Give me Wonder Woman versus Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. Give me Wonder Woman versus Captain Danvers. Ooh, okay, okay. Also, give me Raven versus Wanda. Give me Raven versus Wanda is a hell of a matchup. Hell of a matchup. Very interesting question. Interesting question. Let me see what we got. Marcus wants Scar to die. Hey man, hold on, man. Like we got a lot of options with Beast Boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he's a very versatile offensive weapon. See, Wolverine just one might be cooking something. Okay, see, you know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on Beast Boy. Wolverine wins, I think, but don't sleep on Gar. Claw from the inside. Let's see here. Gladiator versus Superman. If we're gonna do Gladiator, you might as well just do Ares at that point. You know, Ares or Thor. I'd like to see Thor versus Superman. Like what is it? When he got his father's power, the shit. I can't think of how they describe his power at that point where he had like absorbed Odin's power. But that version of Thor versus Superman is a very interesting. I'd like to see that. Very interesting matchup. Does it have to be superhero? Maybe a villain? No, we can do villains. We can mix villains in there. We can definitely mix villains in there. Flash is significantly faster than Quicksilver. Yeah, I was trying to think of who the fastest speedster on the Marvel side was. Quicksilver was the first one that came to mind. I don't think there's anybody who's ever, taken back time, or changed the rotation of the Earth, in terms of a speedster, um, on the Marvel side. Doesn't have quite the feats. Let's see here. Yeah. Wonder Woman clears 95% of Marvel. I think that's why Carol is such an interesting matchup, though, because Diana doesn't have any type of projectile powers. I think Carol is a better flyer than Wonder Woman as well. So it puts her at a bit of a disadvantage when she's just as strong as you. She can hit you from a distance, and she's a stronger flyer. Like Wonder Woman can fly, but she's not known as a strong flyer. Now I don't read a lot of Wonder Woman. If we're talking comic book feats, you probably got me snubbed. I'm talking from what I've seen from her in animation. They don't show her as being like a powerful or even that fast. Like Superman definitely dubs her. The Lanterns. I mean, there's been a lot of people who she flies in a fucking invisible jet. Half the time. So it's I think there's some wiggle room in there for Carol to get in for sure. Let's see here. Carol takes me things. Ooh, okay. Got some Carol love. Solo flight tonight, just for a minute. Just wait for the guys to fill in. Just waiting for them to pop in on us. Didn't want us leaving hanging too long. Let's see, I'm gonna get to your anime character. Hold on, we're gonna come back to that, Kwanzaa. Hold on. Spider-Man versus Nightwing. Okay, so Dick Grayson is definitely one of the better hand-to-hand combat guys in DC Universe. Is he Spider-Man level though? You got to remember Spider-Man is enhanced, so he's got super strength over Dick. Pause. He does have the super strength angle. I think Spider-Man takes that one. He would give him a run from his money though, just from the skill aspect of Dick. I think he'd be able to get away. Like if Spider-Man was trying to chase him, he may be able to escape. But in a hand-to-hand confrontation, Spider-Man is going to destroy Nightwing. Eventually, he'll wear him down. He's just too strong. Raven versus Wanda is a sleeper. Raven versus Wanda is a sleeper. That's like a goddamn. It was a good fight recently. A Canelo Bud, something like that. That's a good one. That was a good one. Raven has literal demon. Raven, a literal demon. You mean like Chatan? What do you mean? Come on now, don't sleep on Chaos Magic. Don't sleep on Chaos Magic now. Now, it depends on how far we take with Raven though. Like she can't call her daddy. She can't call the literal devil. We got to keep it. We got to keep it level here a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We can't. We don't. No entities. You know what I'm saying? Powers only, but no inviting entities into the fights. You got to keep it somewhat reasonable. Let's see. Rogue can handle one woman easily. Okay. That's actually a fairer matchup to me than Carol. Carol presents some problems for Wonder Woman. I think Rogue is a little bit more of a like matchup. You're right. Ooh. Let me throw a monkey wrench at y'all. What about Cyborg versus Hank McCoy? Who wins in a battle of wits? Cyborg or Hank McCoy? Right? Obviously, there could be some physical altercation in that as well. But in the battle of the minds, is it the machine or is it is Hank's intelligence come from his mutant powers? Is that part of it? I feel like he was a professor before his mutant gene. No. I don't know. Somebody help me out with that. Anybody know if Hank mutant gene affects his intelligence? First live joint. We appreciate you, Super Black Panther. Sure. Rest of the guys will be in here in a second for sure. With Universal owning WB be a good thing. It'd be a better thing than the Saudis and and Baby Ellison for sure. It'd be a much better thing than those two. Rogue will get handled by Wonder Woman. Maybe. I mean, if she's just gonna take her power, then it's not like they have different, dissimilar or skill sets either. Hell no! Oh, let me get out of here. Hell no! Gladiator would smash Odin Force Thor. What? What version of Gladiator are we talking about here? What? So basically, you're telling me when Thor is the All Father at that point, Gladiator smashing him? I got to get hip to Gladiator. I was unaware of his game. We got Namor, Aquaman, Battle of the Seas, Thanos, Darkseid, Battle of the Titans. Got a lot of we got some heat. Rogue Love, Rogue, Torches, Wonder Woman. That's a definite beef. Y'all battling right now for Rogue and Wonder Woman. What up? Superman doesn't lose, though. That's why people hate him. Me. I'm people. I'm people. Me. Open Force. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Open Force. Young Avengers versus Teen Titans. Okay, so what Young Avengers team though? There's been a lot of Young Avengers. We talking the latest, so like the Runaway folks, the fucking Miles and Ironheart and Kamala and all them folks. And what Teen Titans team too? Same thing. No, Wonder Woman is a demigod. She couldn't handle all that. See, listen, man, y'all got the Wonder Woman Rogue is the one. Wonder Woman Rogue is the beef. Let me skip ahead here in some of these, man. Let's see what you're talking about. Black Panther versus Batman. Oh, let's go down the list. I think obviously intelligence. See, we got to separate this, right? Tactical intelligence and like research, T'Challa. Strategy and deception, Bruce. Right? I think Bruce is going to be more adept at hiding his angles or his motivations because he's naturally deceptive, right? Like he's the guy who hides behind the cape and cowl. T'Challa, he don't give a fuck who knows who he is, who knows that he's the Black Panther underneath the mask. He's not a naturally deceptive person. I would even go as far as to say that his character detests deception in a persona. So I think when we talk about brain power with Black Panther and Batman, so you gotta split that up. I think Batman is going to be maybe a little bit of a better strategist, while overall intelligence, probably just knowledge, is edge to Black Panther. Because he's gonna have that. He's gonna have that kind of darker edge. Well, I mean, shit. T'Challa do some secretive shit too. He'll slide up with some unexpected shit too. He has some unexpected contingencies. That would be a very interesting fight. Obviously, both very well adept at hand-to-hand combat. T'Challa, the foremost hand-to-hand martial artist probably in the Marvel world, other than like Shang-Chi. And then Batman, obviously a prodigy of Ra's al Ghul. Man, it's the enhancement factor, man. Most of the Marvel characters have an enhancement factor that ends up winning out. It was kind of the same thing we were talking about with Dick versus Peter. Dick versus Peter. With Spider-Man versus Nightwing. It's the same argument we was having there. I think skill wise, they're probably matched. The problem is that motherfucker is super powered. So eventually he's gonna put you through a cinder block wall and you ain't gonna be able to get up. Then what you gonna do? Then what are you gonna do? I appreciate y'all keeping the convo going while I'm burning time here. Let's see what we got next. Somebody said Miles versus Static. I want to get to that one. Soups is the most boring hero ever. Man, don't get me started, Ricardo. Don't get me started. Bruce versus Tony Stark battle drip. Who's the bigger baller in the pedestrian life? For sure, it's got to be Bruce versus Tony in like Playboy billionaire life. Batman Panther, it's a draw. I'm not mad at the draw. Somebody gonna win that matchup though. Believe me, they gonna frustrate each other enough that they gonna become obsessed. They'll become obsessed. Ooh. Bullseye versus Deathstroke. Two world-class assassins. Different type of marksman, right? Like Deathstroke a little bit more adept at rifling and guns, but Bullseye versus a guy like that, like both of them trying to get shots off from distance, really. But then Bullseye is also good in close too. I like that one. I'll throw that one out. Chew on that one for a second. Let's say Wiccan and Ant-Man's daughter version. The one that was Avengers Academy. Okay. So Cassie and Wiccan and Speed. Okay. We're going like traditional. We talking about Dick and Starfire and Cyborg and Gar. Then I'll take Teen Titans. Give me a Teen Titans for sure. Give me the Teen Titans if that's what we're doing. We got a super. Hold on, let me get one up. Give it up.
So nowadays they can call me old fashioned, but it's way too much care to see blue light flashing. So I guess
Appreciate it. Oh, man, damn news app keeps popping up on me. Get out of here. Battery I4V. Bitcoin crashing. Should I buy the dip market? Hey man, don't talk to me. Hey, wrong person. Ride the wave, brother. Ride the wave. I have no clue, but I appreciate the $2, brother. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, yes, sirski. Drive slow, homie. That was the Aladdin. Will Smith was the genie. That was the Aladdin live remake. Yes, sir. Ow to the bros, to the real bros. No disrespect. Don't want the Omegas on my back. Let's see here. Wally West alone would beat the bricks off of the Young Avengers. And see, that's the cheating part of it. I don't think Marvel Young Avengers has any like Omega level or like Ace level threats like that. They got Wally West, they got Starfire, they got Raven. They got people who, the grown side of Marvel would have to deal with some of them. they would need actual, not powerhouses, but bigger, stronger threats to deal with them. Darius,
what is up?
What's going on, dog?
Not much. Same old, different.
It has some interesting what if scenarios going on. Shout out to Quasimodo for kicking us off. We were doing like a Marvel DC versus. We had a Wonder Woman Rogue debate. We talked how Superman is annoying because he never loses, so you got to find the most OD character on Earth to try to fight him. Black Panther Batman was one of them. Any thoughts on any of those matchups?
Black Panther Batman be a good one.
It'd be a crazy one, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I don't match a lot of. It's tough for me to match a lot of DC characters with Marvel. I look at them as gods and godlike power. Well, not to say that Marvel doesn't have some gods, they do. But if we're going Avengers, MCU Avengers, or you don't even got to do MCU Avengers. Avengers versus the League. The League is smacking the fuck out of them.
Well, I don't know about all that, but watch this one though. So
Why?
one of them was okay. So we did Spider-Man versus Nightwing.
I said the League. I didn't say
No, hold on, wait. Let's deal with it
Spider-Man
on an
beats the shit
individual
out of
basis. Yeah, okay, thank you. Then we said on T'Challa, when we said T'Challa Batman, I gave Batman his just due and said that the intelligence part has to be split. I think as like an investigator or even just on the side of like being deceptive and hiding things, Bruce is probably better at that. T'Challa has more knowledge. I think T'Challa has a better knowledge base, but in terms of like, I don't really know what this motherfucker is about to do. I think Batman has a little bit more of that than T'Challa does. But it's really a moot point because when they have to meet up, if Bruce has to fight T'Challa, it's over because T'Challa is enhanced. He's probably better, just as good or better than him hand-to-hand combat, and he's enhanced. So T'Challa wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not even like a bias thing.
If I could have T'Challa take out Batman, that's a arrow through the heart. We could cripple the League overnight if we take out Batman.
Yeah, I did hear you guys say about my fault. Comments, my fault. Hey, them Christmas cookies is out. Them hoes go fire.
Oh, the tin can Christmas cookies?
No. Let me put you on.
Oh, okay. All right, for sure.
Yeah. The ones with that's like a Christmas tree, a bell, a Christmas star, and a wreath.
Got you.
Boy, these shortbread, yeah, these.
That's it.
But I heard you guys saying the one about like Flash and Quicksilver.
Yeah, there's not really a speedster on the Marvel side who can really contend with the Flash.
Not at all. There's not a speedster in the comic book world that can contend with the Flash. He is the fastest. I don't know. I say the league gets him. So you got some gods over there.
So we got to have a contingency for Flash, which Batman will take care of him after he murders Bruce Wayne. Also, I think we gotta wrestle with the obvious elephant in the room. Like, how many of our powerhouses do we sacrifice to throw at Superman? Because you're gonna need a few.
Or you could just give them you let the Marvel Superman handle them, and then you let the rest of
who the fuck is the Marvel Superman? Who is that?
So Hyperion, Blue Marvel, I'd say Gladiator.
Century. Right, but you're gonna need rounds of them though. Like, okay, we can throw out Hyperion and Gladiator first, then it's Simon Williams and Ares next. Then we're gonna follow up with the Century and probably Thor, right? Like we gonna need waves because he's just, he never loses. So you have to beat him through attrition. Then you got to bury his ass in a dark hole on a planet with no yellow sun. So his ass will actually die.
Okay, so what if we pin him against the Hulk?
Okay, the Hulk works. But the Hulk only works if we can put him on a remote planet somewhere. Again, we got to take the ability for him to recharge away. Because we know with Bruce, that's going to come out as something. Well, sure. But he also can be beaten unconscious and then go back.
True.
And then go back to Bruce. So we need to be in a place where, all right, he can't just immediately fly away and get back to his son. We got to take his ass far the fuck away.
That's true.
We got to take his ass far the fuck away.
Yeah, that's always my argument when because I'm team DC when it comes to DC versus Marvel. So my argument is always, what do you do with Superman? So yeah, I mean it would have to be yeah, Magneto can take out Flash. I mean,
we're talking about speed for speed. Yeah, there's a lot of characters who could kill Flash. We're talking about speed for speed who could beat him.
Yeah. I mean, but then when you're throwing the X-Men in it, that's a
Stop
totally
playing,
different
Pam.
thing to me.
Stop playing.
If you do the X-Men versus the League, I think that changes things, in my opinion. Than if you were to do the Avengers versus the League.
So again, it depends on what Avengers team you're talking about. If you've got Thor, Wanda, and maybe one other big Avenger, you need one other powerhouse, they could contend. I don't know if they outright win, but they can definitely compete with those those two in the third.
Wanda?
Like if you go a new Avengers team and you throw a Wolverine in there, that's a wild card. Who's taking out Wolverine in the DC universe?
Let me think.
They might have to fuck around and put Superman on him because he's gonna be such a problem. They'd be like, man, hey, look, we thought we could handle this. We put Green Lantern on him. He cleaned his ass up. We thought John was gonna do it. He chopped him into a million pieces and burnt him to death. We need somebody serious. Either you or Diana. One of y'all got to go handle this mug. That's what it's gonna come down to.
I can't think of anybody. Shazam can't handle Logan.
Fuck no. The minute Wolverine he better not ever find out that that's a fucking kid. He better not ever find out.
Let me see.
Superman will vanquish Century, Hyperion, Gladiator, Blue Marvel. Who's really got it like that? I mean, if we're just trying to level off the feats, I think he is stronger than all those other characters. The problem is we never see Superman fall unless he's fighting Darkseid or Brainiac, and so outside of that, we don't really have a blueprint to say, oh, these characters could probably beat Superman outright. You would like to think Thanos, maybe a version of Thanos, but we've also seen Thanos lose too many times now over to say that he with full on confidence, even with the gauntlet, that he could beat Superman.
No, now, Thanos was getting his, I won't say he was getting his ass kicked, but well, no, he said all that for a drop of blood, but that was Tony. We're talking Superman, so
yeah,
kind of different.
You see, got a Franklin Richards. Now Franklin does throw a monkey wrench into all of that. When you start talking about warping reality, I don't know how they kind of stop Superman's weaknesses at kryptonite, no yellow sun, and magic. Well, how does reality warping play into that? Does that mean Doom would whoop Superman's ass? Is that what that means?
That's a good one I've often talked about. Dr. Fate versus Strange. I say Fate.
I feel like it's a stalemate. When you find like competition, that's like Namor versus Aquaman. Who's gonna win that? They both kings of Atlantis. Who's winning that? It's a stalemate.
Honestly, I'd give it to Namor. The Kukulkan.
Why? For what? Every reason you would have to pick Namor applies to Aquaman. They the same damn character.
Is Namor not? I think Namor's stronger than Aquaman.
And why? Why do you think that?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like the years of watching Aquaman on like the Justice League and purposefully skipping over some of his comics and
Namor is cockier than Aquaman. Like and Arthur is definitely a little bit more well, I don't know, because Arthur is a bit of an asshole too. I think he's a little bit more humble. That's what I was looking for.
How do you think somebody like Clarion, one of the Chaos Lords, would do to Marvel?
Versus who?
I'm against the Avengers.
The entire Avengers team?
Mm-hmm.
Wanda was standing? Like, you giving me Wanda too?
Wanda versus Clarion would be very, very.
Yeah, I was about to say, you gonna give me Wanda?
That'd be interesting. Yeah, I would give Wanda on that one. Not the whole Avengers team then with Wanda, but that would be just Wanda versus him. Then that'd be very interesting. That'd be a good fight.
Magneto fly up in the air, wait for Flash to spin tornado. He could also. So I wonder if. Well, I'm thinking how Magneto can manipulate the gravitational pull of the Earth as well. How that will play into fighting the Flash. Ultimately, like if he got the hitting one of them world spinning joints, he could also just take the iron in his blood and choke him out that way too. There's a million ways Magneto could kill the Flash. Million ways to live, million ways to die, million stuff than I told. Shout out to the Clips. Might actually get them an Oscar. Man, stop, man. Starfire would clear Wolverine? I don't know. How's she gonna clear him? She better atomize his ass. Because there's no amount of holes she could put in him that's gonna put him down. Hey, Wolverine, what my guy would fuck up half the Justice League before they even figured out that that's who they need to focus on. Half the Justice League would already be wiped out before they even realized, like, oh shit, fuck Captain America and Tony Stark over there. We should have been worried about the motherfucker with the claws.
I don't know. The Lanterns might get him.
They might chase him if Hydra, the Hand, the Brotherhood. Who else did Wolverine get? I mean, Weapon X. Like who else did he escape from? How many governments do he need to escape for y'all to understand that he's the man that can't be held? Goddamn Lanterns! Send a lantern after Wolverine.
Yeah, the Lanterns. Who's a shapeshifter? Outside of Mystique. Anybody else shapeshifted?
From DC or Marvel?
DC. Who's our shapeshifter in DC?
No, Magic's is a multiple.
Who the hell is our shapeshifter in DC?
Yeah, it's just Mystique. Mystique versus probably Jean. Y'all crazy if you think Manhunter is killing Wolverine.
Okay, have John turn into Jean, and you take him completely out of his game.
Now, I mean, he'll be able to fool him. I don't know if he can kill him. Jean is going to kill Wolverine? What are y'all talking about right now, Shocker? What you talking about? He would tear Shazam's ass up. I don't think people appreciate the amount of beating that Wolverine can actually take. And that's just kind of the problem. By the time that they realize that he's actually a threat, he's going to have already have taken pieces off of these folks. Let's see. Said Doomsday literally kills Superman. Yeah, I said what did I say? I said Doomsday and Brainiac. That's the only time they ever see him lose is Doomsday and Brainiac. Y'all think the Hulk could beat Doomsday? But okay, I mean, but then where do you put Thanos then? because Thanos could beat the Hulk. So and we just talking about regular Bruce Banner. Y'all not talking about Maestro. Y'all not talking about World War Hulk. You just talking about run of the mill Bruce Banner. Okay, well Thanos can beat that guy. So now Thanos can beat Superman too. That don't feel right. That doesn't feel right. If we're gonna do Wanda versus Supes, if we're gonna put reality warpers into it, you might as well do Franklin versus Supes, which Franklin can make himself Superman. He could make himself Superman without the kryptonite allergy. Mongo did give Superman hands. That happened. I watched that.
Oh, gave him and Diana hands.
Mm-hmm. That absolutely happened.
Would have killed Diana if Superman hadn't gotten snapped out of it.
Yeah, it was going down. It was definitely going down. We got a couple of supers. Let me see what we got. Is that the right one? This one. My bad, Puma Lee. Molecule Man for Superman, Lobo or Ambush Bug for Wolverine. Molecule Man for Superman, Lobo or Ambush Bug for Wolverine. Lobo versus Wolverine is a death match I need to see. Now, I didn't think about Lobo. You put two healing factors together, and what the hell? Where did we get there? I feel like Wolverine is going to be extra annoyed too, so he'll be motivated to try to put Lobo into pieces.
Yeah, but Lobo gets annoyed too. Especially, let's
but
say
Lobo's also like cheesy though. Like he's usually leading the annoyance. he's the one doing the annoying.
Let's say, especially there's a bounty on Wolverine's head, and Lobo's been paid. Yeah, the main man's not supposed to let nothing stand between him and his money.
That's a fact. I mean, who? Okay. Who has the more effective healing factor though? Who's come back from more? Who do we know that can withstand more? Wolverine or Lobo, the main man. The only time I seen Wolverine really like put down for good, like Dunskies, and it wasn't like no disease or old age type shit, was when they threw his ass in the sun. So that's the type of level of destruction we need for Wolverine to be all the way gone. Is that the same thing for Lobo?
I don't think it's the same. Did you see? Well, before I even say that, where do we want to begin?
Hold on, we got one more super chat, and then we can dig into, I guess, lanterns.
Hold on. Picture. These pictures they've released of Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise in the series. Look.
Are you watching that? Hold on. Hold the door. Hold on.
Never take a damn thing slow. All I know is chase this dough and get money.
I am Too Fly Cam. Franklin is such a boring OP crap. Dr. Manhattan meets MCU. Franklin is such a boring OP crap. Dr. Manhattan over MCU. So you like Dr. Manhattan, but you got beef with Franklin Richards. So I mean, again, everybody got their taste, I guess. I appreciate the $2 though, Cam. I appreciate it.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right. Darius, take it away. Where are we going first? Going lanterns?
Yes, we can start with lanterns. Okay, so it looks like I mean, I don't want to break it down as far as what's going on with DC. That's a whole nother conversation. But looks like with lanterns, it has been delayed. And I will just go ahead and jump right into what is being said. It says, despite a recent report to the contrary, lanterns has indeed been hit with a significant delay, though it hasn't been pushed quite as far as next year, as a previous rumor claimed. Last month, it was reported that Lanterns may not premiere until after Supergirl hits theaters, likely during the second half of 2026 at the earliest. This was contradicted by an official update from Warner Brothers themselves, who said that the show would actually debut in early 2026, just a couple weeks ago. Now, HBO's Casey Bloley has confirmed that Lanterns is eyeing the end of summer 2026 debut. An exact premiere date has yet to be announced. They also said we now know why only a single official mage was this official mage for this series has been released so far. We also have an update on a potential second season of the Penguin, blah, 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 blah. Then they say in this quote, we are talking to the DC team about what a second. Oh, I don't care about the Penguin. And that
You don't hate on the Penguin.
have shit to do with lanterns. Let's see. Okay, in this quote, they said, our show is a lot of ways about replacement. When should someone step down? This is an old quote. This was what they were talking about this got the internet upset, wondering if Hal Jordan was going to die early on or die because he's older and then it be passed on. But if you didn't hear, this is what they said. Our show is in a lot of ways about replacement. When should someone step aside, and when is it time for the next person to take the reins? The push and pull between those two characters is really important. So much of the power that John has is by taking the bait, understanding that you lose your power if you're yelling and screaming. That's what we're trying to convey, that he knows he belongs, so he doesn't have to overcompensate. There's a real balance there that's just innately inside of Aaron. He's big, he's intimidating, his intimidating presence just physically, but there's a softness to him. There's a thoughtfulness. Blah. You can't teach that. So anyway, they just go on to talk about the people involved with the show and things like that. So it looks like it's not going to be coming out now until early 2026 or summer of 2026.
Summer, yeah,
summer of 2026. Now, I don't know if this has to do more with. No, I don't think this has to do with any of the possibilities of whoever buys Warner Brothers and anything like that, and DC's.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't know. Because so the lanterns and the stuff going on with WB, I'd say could be talked about in the same thing, because they're obviously, unless you are living under a rock, that there are currently bids for WB. You got Netflix bidding what they've got. You've got now looks like the Saudis are involved.
So many bad options. Under every corner is a bad option. The Saudis, we got Baby Ellison and Paramount, we got Netflix. Everybody's got their own ulterior motive with getting Warner Brothers. It's just like there's no winning for the audience. We either got the guy who wants to turn WB ultra conservative. We got the 9/11 co-conspirators. They're trying to wash their reputation in the West. And then we got who's Netflix? The people who don't believe in movie theaters. So they just
put out something today about movie theaters. Netflix. Let me see exactly what that was.
Landscape of bad options.
Oh gosh, they did put something out. However, while I'm looking for that, not any good options. With the whole thing with the Saudis and the Zack Snyder stuff. What are you making of that? Do you think that is because they are running with that?
That shit is a fever pitch. Now, what's not a fever pitch is them Ellison and the Saudis teaming up to try and buy Warner Brothers. If you follow American politics at all, you know that the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was in the White House this week.
Mm-hmm.
They also just got, I mean, he left with a bunch of shit. He left with a gift bag, basically. He got non-NATO ally protection. So if Saudi Arabia is ever attacked by anyone, now American military is coming calling. You know, Trump was trying to absolve him of some you know, the journalist Khashoggi and all that stuff. And then also it seems like this may have been a strange bedfellows pairing together, because you know the Ellisons are very close with Trump, and I don't think it was a coincidence that at the same time that the Crown Prince is visiting the country, that now all of a sudden they're not competing factions to buy Warner Brothers, but now they're a buying group, and they're trying to purchase it together for upwards of $70 billion. So I again, there's no good options to this. And the more that they bid on it, and the more that they up their price, enhances the likelihood that it's going to go to the worst party. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they hold it. Maybe they're like, oh man, all these bids have driven up our share prices. Maybe we can hold on to it for a little while longer. I don't know what comes of it. I do think that the reshuffling of the schedule, though, has something to do with their posturing in a sale. I think it has something to do with it, because if you're trying to sell, if that's your angle, then you want the company to look as profitable as possible. Now, I'm not leading with Jimmy Olsen and Clayface myself, but that's who they got running things right now. So as they're announcing things, they're increasing the speculation, like, oh, this show's going to hit, that show's going to hit, they're going to do this movie. Those are the things that are being proposed to these supposed buyers.
Yeah. And you know, even if the Saudis or whoever takes it over, even if there are things that are in production, or scripts are written, or people are cast, directors are, doesn't mean that plug can't be pulled and people paid out for their time contracts or whatever. It's been done at Marvel. What's his name? Yeah, Bubba. What's the dude's name? Oh, here's the Netflix.
Bam. Oh yeah. Talk about Netflix, and we'll talk about Trump and Bubba here in a minute.
Netflix has told Warner Brothers that they will still release their movies in theaters if they acquire the studio.
Oh, what did they say? Pretty please? After? Did they say they promised? They gave you a pinky promise? Let me tell you something about these mergers, man. Let me tell you something about these corporate takeovers. So we know the Lakers just got bought, right? Lakers bought from the Buss family. And that ownership group now just had 2 firings. You want to know who the 2 firings were? It was Jesse, and who was the other one? It was Jesse and the other Buss brother. The 2 remaining family members that were in the front office that opposed the sale coming in. These people are cutthroat. They haven't owned the Lakers for a year. And because the 2 brothers were the only dissenting votes on the sale to I forgot what the guy's name is. Very rich guy. But because they were the 2 that abstained from the vote, or dissented on the vote, voted no, they got their asses canned from jobs that they've been doing for pretty close, about 20 years now. Drafted some pretty good players. Austin Reeves, Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, Julius Randle, Svi Mikhailuk, Ivica Zubac. I mean, the list goes on and on. Talented guys. But The new regime came in and they didn't like it, so they got the fucking axe. Don't let these folks tell you, oh yeah, no, we promise, we promise.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. Yeah, all right. Sell your soul to the devil if you want to.
Yeah. I mean, that's like George. They promised.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You had the wherewithal to call them white slavers, but then trusted them to shepherd the IP. I don't get that. I don't understand. So scheduling amendments elsewhere within BBB. I'm not gonna place too
They
much
gave
stock in
Austin
what's
Reeves
going
his
on
own
with
shoe.
this times. What happened?
So they gave Austin Reeves his own shoe.
Did they?
I guess so.
Okay, I'm about to go give me some Austin Reeves. About to get some ARs. They didn't do anything for the Lakers. Man, you crazy. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. They got there's talent littered through the league right now from the Bus Brothers scouting. Now I can't say much about their personnel decisions and stuff like that, but in terms of finding talent, they had that. They had that at least. I think it was the fact that they didn't want that sale that got them up out of there.
I'll tell you what, not Lakers related, just since we're on basketball. I have to give credit where credit is due.
They were holdovers.
The damn Thunder are
Yeah.
ridiculously. It's like watching. It's like when I used to coach AU basketball, and there were just those teams that were so damn good, had no business even being at the tournament, just there for just shits and giggles. That's what they look like out there. They look like they're just out there for shits and giggles. They know they're gonna win it again. At first, I was like, they're not repeating. I watched them beat the dog shit out of us. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? They've lost one game. And they're not like winning by 5 or 2. These are blowout games, 17, 20, 30. Hell, they beat us by 30. They beat us by 30. So, I mean, yeah, it was a rough night. That was a rough night. So, but we've been having rough nights since the season started. But, hey, Dom, watch it now.
I mean, they a little old.
Hey.
I seen Draymond get punched on the other day by Wemby. I'm like, man, that shit's just unfair. That shit just unfair.
Yeah, but now Wemby's not just punching on you. He's pulling up. He's telling you to clear out, and he's pulling up.
He's 7'5", telling you to clear out the side of the court
and pulling up. I'm like,
this shit don't make no damn sense, man. He's a video game character. He's like some shit that you put in on 2K. All right, I'm gonna make you 7'3", and he gonna have a jumper. And he gonna have a guard handle. Like, man, what?
Yeah,
nuts.
Yeah. So yeah, no. And then the Thunder have what the next was it? How many years they have the next first round picks? They're already supposedly getting Boozer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy. That's who
you talking about the Spurs?
No, the Thunder.
The Thunder. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, the Thunder strapped. The Thunder. I don't, man, Sam Presti, he find a way, boy. He finds a way.
Yeah, he did. Because who the fuck could have thought? Yeah, that's crazy. You know, I was watching the starting 5. And when Shea at the end of it, he looks at the camera and said, you know, something, we'll be back. We're doing it again, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, well, yeah, you got to get through, nigga.
He said, watch this. He said, watch this.
I could not wait for that matchup because I was like, all right, now let me see. I was like, come on, we got Jimmy. Like, let's see it. Let's, you know, blah blah, nigga. No.
Man, they got it. My Lake Show looking all right, man. They looking okay without old man James right now. I just need them to stay afloat. I don't know how much faith I got in JJ long term, but I feel like they in that spot that like they can get good enough to think that they're a coach away. You know what I'm saying? They go fuck around and get I don't know. I don't know who's out there that's a veteran. I feel like that's the one slight thing, and another guard. I think that they need another ball handling guard. The Bronny experiment, they sending his ass back down to South Bay. Good fucking riddance. I'm tired of watching him shoot the ball. But they need another ball handling guard to kind of take the pressure off of Luka and AR. But I like Luka and Austin Reeves playing next to each other. I like it. They even making DeAndre Ayton look good again.
Yeah, LeBron he's done. He doesn't want to do this no more.
My sciatica. No, he thought that they was gonna be ass, which I thought so too. He thought that they was gonna be booty. And when they I think they popped out, they was like 8-0 at first. And he was well, yeah, my sciatica, my sciatica. Because remember in the beginning of the season, before he started talking all this injury shit, he was like, yeah, we're weighing our options. And everybody like, what do you mean you're weighing your options? You're under contract, bro. It's like either play or retire. And so then it morphed into, oh yeah, my arthritis, my sciatica messing with me. Because now I have to have something to explain the fact that I've been out since the beginning of the season. Going on 20 games now, so.
Yeah. They asked him, they was like something about, he's like, I don't miss traveling. I miss being at home on my couch watching them.
I think in a LeBron James move, if you can get something like that back, because you got Vanderbilt, you got Rui. If you get one more next to Marcus in a ball handling guard, like I like Marcus Smart, and he can be a streaky shooter, but I don't want. If we need somebody to relieve the ball handling duties, I prefer to him be on the court with another ball handling guard, and having Marcus Smart as a backup guard will help you. You know what I'm saying? You can put another guy next to him. You can put a guy who's not even defensive oriented next to him to carry the load. That's the type of dude I'm talking about. I don't have a name for you yet, but I watched some more NBA ball this year. I'll let you know. Watch LeBron is there for a couple more years. Please don't say that. Please don't. With any luck, he has a no trade clause. He absolutely does. So let's just go ahead and let's talk about that. Let's talk about where you like to go. You know what I mean, sciatica doesn't go away. Trust me. That's why I ain't in the league. That's why, Blue, because the sciatica got you early, huh? I understand, man. I get it. It. We shall see.
But yeah, no, that's Lanterns. That's what's going on with Lanterns. It's delayed. It's pushed back. Could it have something to do with this stuff? Maybe.
It could. I'm not really excited about it. This was one of the only things in the DC slate I was actually, anticipating. So not in love with it, but I think all of the turmoil over will they, won't they get sold is driving a lot of the shuffling in the schedule.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what happens with it. Lanterns is one I'm looking forward to as well. Can't really say that there's any. Well, I know there's nothing else I'm looking forward to. So, Lanterns would be it.
So, all right, what's up next?
We can do Toy Story.
Oh yeah. I saw that trailer. Hold on, give me a second.
Toy Story. I liked that trailer personally. Now, when we get to the Black Panther stuff, because see, I didn't watch. I was kind of sitting here. Black Panther stuff. Chadwick Boseman. That's going to lead into that. I was watching this. Yeah, that's some tough stuff. That's tough, I will say. Now, Toy Story. Yeah, I like the concept. Like I said, I still think 3 was a perfect ending, but I also like what the director said. If you like 3 and that was a perfect ending, then don't watch Don't watch these next ones. But I like the concept of this one. I like the concept of, because it's real. Kids aren't playing with toys anymore. So
Bullshit.
how the toys
I think
gonna
it's a cop out. I think it's a cop out. I think toys aren't selling because the main driver or the main marketer for children's toys, they have their heads up their asses and they haven't effectively created products that then sell other products. I don't think the toy market having a dip in sales is reflective of whether or not children like toys. Believe me, children still like toys, and there's still the ever-present fact that a large driving force of that merchandise purchase is coming from adult users or coming from collectors and enthusiasts. Let's not pretend that when somebody's going online and ordering 20 Funko Pops, that there's 20 children getting Funko Pops. When somebody go on and order 30 replica lightsabers, that they getting ready to have a LARPing party somewhere. No, they getting ready to buy them joints and resell them.
Yeah, but at the same time, kids still aren't, and I don't know if that's like because these kids definitely, I see toys on the shelf, I see toy commercials, and I'm like, damn, they got that. They didn't have that when I was a kid. So I don't know if I can necessarily say that the toy companies haven't elevated their game or up their game. You have a child, so you would know better than me about your child playing with toys. I have not. I really don't see. I have my nephew. I can attest to that. He doesn't play with toys. Neither one of them do. Now, when I say toys, I've got more toys than they do. They play with video
for sure,
games.
for
They're
sure,
playing on iPads, things like that.
I guess what I'm saying is, or I guess okay. So if you looked at a kid's living room in the 90s versus today, it's probably a very stark difference, right? But I don't think that's necessarily reflective of a child's interest, because if that same child is sitting there playing Fortnite all day, then gets a Nerf gun in front of him and a group of other kids, I'm telling you, within 10 minutes, that game is going to be set down.
Oh, yeah.
It's a natural reflex. I think it's just, since it's not pushed as readily as it was when we was watching, you couldn't go 10 minutes watching TV without some kind of commercial for a Nerf this, or a Spalding that, or a Hasbro this, some other trinket to put in your household. It's not geared toward that anymore. It's geared towards digital currency and microtransactions and battle passes and skins, right? Those are the trinkets that are getting marketed, so those are getting asked for more. But there's still this we talking about Toy Story. How it relates to Toy Story. I feel like it's a cop out to be like, oh, the kids don't like the toys no more, so now we got to introduce technology as like as kind of like an adversarial force to toys. I feel like this kind of is basic. It feels like we've already done this to a certain degree within the series, like children aging out of playing toys. Well, that's not a new concept. You just gave them a new reason to age out of toys. We watched Andy age out of it because he was going to college. We watching Bonnie do the same thing. We knew it was going to be on this natural progression. That's kind of the fundamental problem with doing a Toy Story 5, though, right? We completed this arc, and now you're repeating it with another child and trying to convince us that it's different. Andy putting his toys in the attic because he getting ready to go to college ain't no different than Bonnie putting them toys down because she got a tablet. They just maturing at a faster rate. Like this is the same story rewatched.
It is, but I still like this though, because when I saw this, I instantly thought, I don't remember what video that was, but the little boy, when those I think they were athletes, 2 black athletes asked him. He said, "What cartoons are you watching?" He said, "Huh?
What are cartoons?"
He's like, "You watching Cartoon Network? What's on Cartoon Network today?" He was like, Kai Cenat? He said, "No, like what?" He's like, the kid didn't even know what the hell a cartoon was. I I do want to see it because, like I said, when I go over to my when I do see my nephews, that's what they're doing. They're on those damn tablets. You can't get them away from those damn tablets. So it's like, but I do agree at the same time. It's not like
Appreciate
they
it,
have
Groovy.
cable television where they are sitting down, where you're getting hit with
Saturday
commercials after
morning,
commercials.
bruh.
Yeah.
When they started trying to pull themselves out of what they felt was an archaic model in cable, they gave up routine. They gave up the schedule of watching television. Children, your time to watch TV is Saturday mornings in between 8 and 12. Prime time in between 6 and 8. Then y'all TV watching is done. Now we on to adult prime time stuff, right? Like kids lining up in a scheduled fashion to view the billboard was an advertiser's advantage. Now you gotta roll the dice on whether or not they're even watching the damn ads. There's so much of it online and ad avoidable that you got to worry about whether or not you're even going to be positioned. So now even your marketing campaigns have to be more all encompassing. They have to be more basic. They have to be more not targeted to a specific audience. How can you even make a toy commercial that's fit for streaming in 2025?
I mean, there's really no way to do that. And the more you're sitting here talking about it, the more I was sitting here thinking about just the commercials I used to see growing up, and the juxtaposed to, again, I have more toys now than I had growing up, but it's like, obviously collector, but it's like I have never seen a Marvel Legends commercial like the ones I used to see from my action figures, where they would have them coming through the camera doing the flips or whatever, fighting abilities, and then you'd have the kid playing with them and things like that. There's nothing like that. There's only thing that they ever do for Marvel Legends or any of these toys nowadays is it's presented at the con. You either watch it on the live stream or you catch it on the replay on YouTube. That's how you find out about. Or if you follow this stuff closely, of course, there's people that do leaks and stuff like that. But kids aren't paying it. I don't think kids are on YouTube typing in the latest leaks for toys or the latest streamed whatever for the latest.
It's collectors and enthusiasts. Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Yep.
That is literally
and what's so disheartening about it is that the toys are so cool nowadays. They are so much better than what we had. We bought last summer a pair of battery powered water guns. They're like semi-automatic water guns, bro. Like, do you understand the shit I would have fucked up as a kid with a semi-automatic water gun? First of all, I'm finding a way to take it to school. It's just going to school. I will risk the ass whooping, but it's definitely going to school. Number one. But stuff like that, like I got my son just had a birthday. We bought him some lightsabers that actually have the sound effects when you tap them, when they have contact. It'll make zoom when you hit them. I'm like, man, I literally just had the joints, the like 3-coned one that slid out that you just had to pretend with no sound effects, with no light. You had to shoot that thing out to make sure it stayed.
But them motherfuckers were sturdy. Hell, you could hit I had like 10. You could beat the concrete with them. Them ones we grew up with.
Them hard plastic ones. Yeah, things built out of Tupperware and hatred.
Yeah, them was some good ones.
I don't know. There's a lot of comments, dog. My bad. I apologize if I missed it.
But yeah, no, I even said that. Like when I was working a summer camp. This was a while ago. I was working a summer camp. Miss working summer camps. If I could tolerate kids still, I'd do it. But when I used to work summer camps, my class, I had the 4th and 5th grade class. And there was another 4th and 5th grade class too. But it was so hot that summer. Of course, we couldn't take them outside. There were even swim days we couldn't do because it was too damn hot. So we were like, we were getting sick of watching movies. We were getting sick of being cooped up it was a big ass church. We were getting sick of being cooped up in the classroom in the church. So I and the other 2 4th grade teachers, we were like, hey, let's ask the kids who all has Nerf guns. So we asked them who all, and of course, hands shot up. And they're like, we do. And like, all right, y'all bring the Nerf guns. We're going to have a big because we were on the third floor, so we were the only classes. Our three classes were the only class on third. We were gonna have a big Nerf gun war, or turn out the lights and stuff here on the some of the lights and stuff here on the third floor. So I didn't have one. Me and the teachers did, of course. We didn't have Nerf guns, so we were like, let's go. This Toys R Us was still around. Let's go to Toys R Us, get some guns. So I'm looking. They all find good guns, and I couldn't really find a gun I wanted. So I got this. It was a Nerf bow and arrow, and I just grabbed it. I was like, I guess this. So I just grabbed it. I didn't open it till that next morning. So this kid comes in. This kid comes in with this big ass like automatic, like some shit I would have died.
The shit with the drum on it.
Yeah, bro. Like it was like he put like 50 Nerf bullets in there. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck? So he comes in with that. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, what did you get? And I was like, I have this arrow. He's like, so I take it out. I take it out though, right? And so there's a plastic cup on the other end of the classroom. I take it out, put it in there. I aimed at it. This motherfucking arrow whistled and went so fast, went through the.
Look at God! Look at God!
I said, "Oh, I'm about to mess y'all up. I'm about to be sniping y'all from the." Yeah,
man, was Katniss Everdeen before the movie came out. That is hilarious.
Yeah, it was fun. Kids,
what's going on?
I don't know. Kids doing shit like that.
These kids are watching Speed, TikTok. Man, these kids got diabetes. My son don't have diabetes, but he does know who Speed and Mr. Beast and KSI and all them are on. Now, I would say that even Mr. Beast realizes that there's a void in marketing the children for toys. He has a toy line. He has a toy line. A lot of your YouTube personalities that market to kids, they sell toys behind that. Ryan's World, Miss Rachel.
Oh, I know Ryan's
making millions of dollars off of toys. There is millions of dollars to be made there, but like some of y'all have explained in the chat, they'd rather force the children to social media and keep them brain locked there. Darkseid versus all different Superman from Marvel. All different Superman from Marvel.
So he's saying Darkseid versus like Blue Marvel, Hyperion, Sentry.
Oh, all the different Superman from. Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay. So let's line them up then. You got Century, Hyperion, Gladiator, Ares, all of them together. Simon Williams.
Are we putting Ares up there?
Why not? If you're gonna put Gladiator in there, how could you not put Ares in there?
I feel like Gladiator would wash Ares.
What are we talking about? What am I missing something about Gladiator? Somebody else said that in the chat.
Gladiator's pretty OP.
Right, but he's also not a god though, right? Like Ares isn't he's a deity. How would Gladiator
but Ares also has some mortal in there. Gladiator ain't got no mortal.
Where's Gladiator from again? Like
Shi'ar Empire, completely different galaxy.
Gladiator. God damn. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Gladiator. You know who the fuck I was thinking about this whole time, Darius?
Who are you?
Hercules.
Oh, no.
Niggas have been saying Gladiator this whole time, and I'm thinking Hercules, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why do y'all think this nigga Hercules can beat Ares so easily? Okay, now it makes sense why everybody looking at me crazy. Okay, Gladiator, yes, let's put Gladiator in there. Versus Darkseid.
Icarus too. Stamina says I toss Icarus in there as well.
Okay, answer me this one thing, Hunter. Is it at once or one at a time? Does he get a chance to recover, or does he have to fight them all at once?
Oh, if it's all at once.
If it's all at once, I feel like by nature of attrition. Now, again, a lot of people are going to die. Whoever's in that first maybe like 2 or 3 waves is getting hit with that fucking tractor beam eye shit. But once they actually start putting paws on him, he's not going to be able to block everything.
It's Darkseid.
It's Darkseid. Am I mixing them up? Am I mixing up Darkseid and Doomsday?
No. Darkseid.
I got the right one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the 100 man versus a gorilla thing. Yeah, no, I mean, none of them are strong enough on their own to be Darkseid. None of the guys we just named. I don't even think Thor. But if they get 10 waves in, maybe we go 2 apiece with all the Superman-like figures in Marvel. Also, I don't think the Sentry has ever been used the way that he's supposed to be used. And they just, as a character, they've never really done that justice, that concept. Like, not only am I like omnipotent in power and in all the ways Superman is, but I also have this like this brain rift where like I can basically engulf the entire planet at any given time, which puts Superman in a weird position. How the fuck does Superman fight out of the void? All right, I'm gonna let the void out and block out the sun. Now what?
That's true.
Ooh, Null versus Superman is deadly. That's deadly for Superman. Matter of fact, if they fight on the symbiote planet, Superman dies. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one out there. So to answer your question, I'm going Darkseid, Hunter. All at once. He says all at once. All at once, then no, I'm not going Darkseid. I'll take the field. Give me the field if it's all at once. Give me the field.
Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no. And not champagne to feel it now. Yeah. No. Tell all your Supermans I said it. Noah would kill Superman if they did it on a symbiote planet. He'd have no way of escaping. Blacked out sun. No, kill Superman.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the Superman, or not Superman. That's Toy Story. As well.
Yeah, no, I just felt like it was a bit of a cop out. Like the concept of Toy Story has kind of run thin, and I feel like introducing technology modernizes it, sure, but for what purpose? For what storytelling purpose? To convince us that kids age out of their toys again? Like that is the entire arc of the first 3 movies. And if it was meant to tell this story continuously for 4 and 5, then I would want to tell other stories that mattered, like stories that needed to be told. I think Toy Story as a franchise deserved that.
Yeah. What's the thing's name? Leapy?
It's the tablet.
Yeah. It's the villain. So we'll see it. We'll see how it's the villain, because it doesn't move like the toys. So it's not walking, right? I mean, well, the sketch pad could walk, couldn't it? No, they had to carry the etch pad.
It kind of like penguined itself. Hopped, didn't it? I gotta go back and watch Toy Story.
Is the iPad doing that?
I think it was just Lily Pad. Yeah, I think it was just talking.
Yeah, we'll see how it's the villain, because I'm like, unless it's got other toys that can walk working for it, or maybe it uses its charger to, like, I don't know, but it's an electronic, so I don't know how it's, because all the villains have been either, Sid, obviously, first.
You said they're going to snatch its charger. That's crazy.
You got Sid, the Prospector, and Lotso.
Yep, Lotso. And again,
villain in 4.
With all, well, maybe not so much Sid. Sid was just a fucking sicko. But with Lotso and the Prospector, there was this common theme of, you need to come with me. You need to stay with me. Your kids aren't going to love you anymore. Your kids aren't going to love you no more. in just reinforcing the idea of eventually the kids are going to move on from the toys. That was the main theme of the first 3 movies. It's
Who
just a big
mentioned
ass
that?
rehash.
Was it you that mentioned how did Woody get back with them if he got left
Thank
at
you.
the amusement
Yeah,
park?
how the fuck y'all left him at the RV park? How is he back?
Ah.
Like, where the fuck did Woody come from? Y'all left him with Bo Peep. He just chilling in the room.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he is back. That's crazy. You know, I've only seen 4, I think maybe once or twice. I really do not like that one, but
You telling me Woody got on the freeway with Bo Peep?
that's funny. All right. What was
Superman versus Spawn? Give me
Tobey.
Spawn just for shits and giggles. Shocker.
We can go Tobey. All right. So a lot of this past week has come out for Doomsday in way of leaks. I don't follow that Scooper Majestic. I don't want to go into a long story, but there's a lot of, I guess people just forgot that because he's leaking stuff that's good to them. So they just like, oh, he's not a
How
racist.
it always goes. We just forget the scoops that they didn't get right.
Oh no, well, not
they're
even
fancy
scoops he
anymore.
didn't get right. It's just he was tagged in some DMs that he sent somebody. He was calling them the N-word, hard R, monkey.
Yeah,
this, and that.
what?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I guess because he's scooping good. I blocked him, I think. I guess that's why I can't even find him now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so that scooper Majestic, I think, is the user name. It has a Dr. Doom face profile picture. They have been dropping some things in regards to, and I guess the other scoopers are not saying they're wrong. So they are anyway dropping some things on Doomsday. They dropped the trailer description of what that's going to be, and that kind of matches up with what Chris Gore was saying, what he saw in the trailer, and what he expects to be the one that we all see ahead of Avatar 3. There were some pictures that came out of, now whether these are in the days of AI, it's hard to truly know what is real and what's not. Some of these, let me share here. Some of these pictures have dropped with supposedly RDJ here with facial damage as Dr. Doom. I was trying to find the other one. Let me actually get the better one here. I thought I had that. 1 second. Actually, I'll come back to that. Let me get through this. So the description here for the trailer that has come out, or that's going to come out, says the teaser begins with Dr. Doom's voiceover. RDJ Doom speaks about his life of trials and suffering. Victor Von Doom appears in a cemetery in the rain. That lines up with things that we've heard about Victor Von Doom and how he's going to be in this universe, and I guess in what a lot of people are speculating, and kind of lines up with, I guess, some of the rumors that Alex of the Cosmic Circus put out there, is that I guess that Doom in his universe has a family. Now, is that family Franklin and Sue? Not sure. Could be in another family members of his, but he had a family, and I guess they died.
So in his universe, Reed's family is his family?
Possibly. Or he has his own family. Don't know.
Okay.
But it says he appears in the cemetery in the rain. His face hidden until the scene cuts with a flare, leaving only a silhouette of his suit. The screen transforms with a powerful explosion, and Loki's voice fades out. Thor appears on a vast coast. Sam Wilson and Reed Richards look at the sky with fear. That could be an incursion, or it could be something else. I don't know. And Doctor Strange runs through a dark room as 2 universes collide. Cities are also seen being destroyed simultaneously on 2 planets. Doom says he will release the eternal trap in which he was imprisoned. Now, a lot of people have gotten excited about this part, on that particular part on the internet, just because a lot of people are saying, okay, so it does tie back to Kang, or so is it? My thing is, I just don't want it to be I fear it's going to be a quick thing with Kang, either off screen. I don't know if Kang is really going to have a role. I hope he does. It only makes sense to me. But if they do kill him off screen, if it's going to be quick, if we do see it, if we don't see it, I don't know. But that part right there just has to go. It all points back to that part right there. At least points back to Kang, because it goes back to the multiversal war and what we know, what we think we know. At least people have been speculating about the multiversal war. We do know that Kang said to Loki that he removed certain people and things like that. People were thinking that in our timeline that was the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and some of the others that we don't see in our universe. And Doctor Doom was put in this prison or whatever. So he says he's trapped. He was trapped with which he was in prison.
Can I ask you something about that?
Yeah,
because it'll flow into another topic that we have tonight. Do you think that they will use that thing with Kang to explain other? Let me just get right to the point. Do you think they will always leave T'Challa's death in the MCU ambiguous? Because I mean, we didn't really get into the nitty of what actually killed him. We showed us trying to fix it. We showed how sad we were after the fact. After he died, we spent very little time investigating how the king of the most powerful nation, the most technologically advanced nation on the planet, died of a mysterious illness. Do we use that? Is that another plant from Kang? Hey, he was just yet another player in this timeline, in this Secret Wars timeline that I needed gone because I know what role he played. Mm-hmm. You know, they probably, they got to call Ryan Coogler for those kind of things. But
right.
Just thinking, spitballing.
Definitely.
He died of COVID. Stop it.
Definitely. I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, with the Russos, and I'm going back to what, when E-Man said that he talked with the Russos, when he had that brief moment with them, when he showed them that comic panel of T'Challa wielding the gauntlet and things like that, and saying how important it is. And if Secret Wars is something they've been wanting to bring to life, as they said they've been wanting to bring it to life, as much as they've been talking about wanting to bring the X-Men to life, they've said that Secret Wars is something they've really, really wanted to do. We know that the Russos grew up on comics. We know that they know these comics inside and out. So my thing is, with them doing it, I would hope maybe they could be doing something like that. Maybe it was like, oh, they had to take him off the playing field, and maybe the Russos are coming in. I don't know if they have to call Coogler for that, but maybe they call Coogler and.
I wasn't even thinking so much in terms of, oh well, that means the Russos are getting them recasted. I'm just thinking like in terms of explaining certain plot holes or certain people who aren't in our current universe that will need to be in the same universe at some point, and explain why now all of a sudden they can work seamlessly together. Because they explain something else in this paragraph about Sam Wilson and Reed Richards standing next to each other. When have those two characters ever interacted in the MCU so far? In fact, one of those characters, or at least this version of him, was introduced this summer. Okay, so there's still things about this, although some of it is exciting. There's still parts about this that leave me kind of turning my head and scratching. Doom is going to be shown in multiple fight scenes. Okay, we haven't seen Doom in the MCU, which means if that's the case, that they're showing us footage from the film to bolster the trailer, right? You're giving us the juiciest parts of fight scenes from the film. It'd be one thing if you had a sizzle reel of Doom prior to this and didn't have to give up any film footage to make him look imposing. It's a whole nother thing to have to use cuts from the film or potentially fake outs. Even that, trying like the run out in Wakanda that never actually happened from the marketing for Infinity War. So to me, I feel like they are leveraging very hard into this trailer because they know where they're at in terms of enthusiasm. But some of this does sound good. The other parts just kind of leave me confused.
Yeah. I mean, I can only go off of I can only go off of the stuff that scoopers have said. Again, I don't know anything for sure, but what kind of lines up? It lines up with some of the other stuff. But what scoopers have said, I don't even know how that whole thing happens with Sam and Reed. I do know that the Fantastic Four come to this universe. Maybe when here, that I don't know how they meet Sam. Are they the ones on the ship coming in? Are they not the ones on the ship coming in?
I forgot about the whole ship thing at the end of what was that? Was that the end of
Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts? Okay, yeah, I forgot about the Fantastic Four ship.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure how that's going to play out, how they're all going to meet, but they've said that, in order for Doom to, even since they didn't show him in any prior projects, this has to be a Doom movie, and then them showing. I agree as far as now. What all they have, I don't think they can do a complete fake out. I mean, that would be false advertisement, would it not? Then they'd really get sued, like the dude tried to sue them for the whole Infinity War one. A teaser where they're using footage and they never show that footage. But we'll see. We'll see. The last part of this says several battles led by Doom himself are shown, followed by another narration of his after a mask falls on him. It is revealed that Doom's face is severely disfigured with a large scar and a texture similar to burnt clay. The trailer ends with Steve and Peggy emerging from the TVA-style portal and looking directly at the camera. I said last week when we talked about this, you need to, or whenever it was we talked about the trailer, I said, when we were talking about what are things they need to do to hype it up, I think we all said Steve, Chris Evans.
I like the first description where they were talking about, it opens up with Cap and Peggy dancing and blah yada yada, and then all of a sudden, or did I do that? Was that a scoop or did I do that? We were talking about it.
We were talking about how we would. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say I was describing my own idea as a fucking scoop. And then you cut to the Doom and you give us what the jeopardy is. I feel like they're risking a lot by using actual footage from the fights that are going to happen in Doomsday to hype up Doomsday, or at least a lot of it. So I looked this up, Battery. It just says natural causes on Wikipedia, and then Google says a natural illness or undisclosed. Excuse me. One of them says undisclosed, and the other one says natural illness. It didn't name the specific disease that you named. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. But they sure did leave it ambiguous during the movie.
Yeah. They also had do I have those? I guess I could. Oh wait, do I not have those? I guess I could do this. They also had the Doomsday photo leaks that people were going crazy over.
Yeah, I seen some of this stuff. I didn't know if it was real or not. I see they about to piss me off with the Blade variant joint with Cynthia Erivo.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
Hey, if that's
pretty
real,
funny memes with her lately.
Oh my god.
These on the screen, I do believe are real. Because they're these. They are these. They're these. Without the stuff behind
without the background.
them. Yeah. Without everything behind them yet. So once I think they're just character posters. And now, is the Tobey one real? Is this? I don't know if did Tobey actually take that picture? Because if so, that is pristine. They really touched his ass up. He looks very much.
He said they de-aged him.
Yeah,
they got the salt and pepper out his hair.
Very much so. Then they did these other ones. These two down here look like real. This looks like a Google.
It looks like they almost might have taken it from like some old marketing, like
Yeah.
some old
some old
Sony
stuff.
marketing.
But he still doesn't look like 2002 young Tobey.
Maybe Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, maybe something like that. But I do believe that these are real for the character posters that they're going to probably be putting out to hype the promo for the film and things like that. Some of the other ones I don't think are real, like the one of Vanessa Kirby in that, like she's like in this puffer jacket that you'd wear to ski. I'm like, why the fuck would Sue even be in that?
In Latveria. Ain't it cold in Latveria?
Man, I guess, but that man, I guess that looked too white woman on a Saturday going to Home Goods.
Doom told Sue to pull up. He said, I lost you in my last universe. I need that thing back. Pull up
These
on me.
Tom Hiddleston, Simile, Carol. These are names.
No, girl, are you?
Now somebody did this.
They're about to piss me off.
But yeah. Where's that Sue one? This one? No.
Victor, I've come to see you at your home.
I'm not feeling that for but you know what? That is very MCU to do a superhero outfit like that. So I wouldn't put it past them. I don't like
it. They're gonna sell that exact outfit for $199.99 on the official Disney store.
People were comparing these, but you know, I don't like I don't know. We'll see it. Like they said, it's a whole a sequel to Endgame. So we'll see exactly what this is going to be. But I'm very interested I don't think I've ever been as interested in a trailer.
In a trailer? A lot riding on this trailer, man. If that trailer falls flat, woo! We're in for a ride. But I think from what they've described so far, it'll be enough to get people excited. Again, I still have the story questions, but those won't be answered until either later teasers that we get or even when the movie gets here. So we'll probably get a little bit more from Spider-Man, but other than that, we're just kind of going in blind to this whole thing, to the whole concept.
There was something I thought I saved about Spider-Man that they said. Let me see. Maybe not, because I feel like I'm going too far back now.
Something going on with Spider-Man. I know Sadie Sink apparently got signed in all the way through Secret Wars now.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be Firestar. She's Firestar.
The thing they were saying with Spider-Man, it was saying about where it takes place, but that's not official from Marvel Studios either. So, just where it takes place on the timeline. Let me see. Oh, that ain't shit. Never mind. I don't even know. That's from Empire Magazine that told us some shit that we already fucking knew.
Avatar 3, Joe.
Yeah, never mind. Empire Magazine said some relevant shit. Spider-Man Brand New Day picks up after Doctor Strange's spell in No Way Home. Well, thanks, Empire.
Well, no shit. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, thanks. So, yeah. I don't know where on the timeline that film is. I don't know what that film is. Is it a Battle World film? Is it?
Dog, but there's so many people in it. It's got to be something like a Battle World. Like, what if they started out just like a regular Peter Day in the Life New York type of movie, and that's where all the Scorpion stuff is coming from, or not Scorpion. What's the dude? Tombstone rumors, right, from my boy Tremel. But then incursion, and now we got this whole Battle World thing going on, and now like that's where the movie takes you. Like it's like the street level Spider-Man Day in the Life stuff is kind of a MacGuffin, and it ends up being a Doomsday movie, like a Doomsday 1.5 or Doomsday 0.5.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I said, I'm really ready for that trailer. I want to, and I'm interested, man. I want to see how is he? Is he playing this? How different is he playing this from how he played Tony? If, and I don't want to believe this, but I'm starting to believe it more and more and more the closer we get. If he truly is, if Tony was if Tony was truly never Tony and a variant of Victor the whole time, how was he playing that different?
It's so fucking stupid to even entangle it that way. But now at this point, I'm trying to figure out: is it worse if they do this and they make him both characters and there's no connection, or should you just let them try to connect the stories for the sake of they chose to cast Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? I feel like it's almost worse if they don't connect it somehow.
I wouldn't mind.
You know?
I mean, I don't mind them connecting it. It's just I don't like the fact that
how they did it. The execution is poor. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like the whole thing of like Tony was always Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. So there was no other Dr. Doom and Tony together. Like they're one and the same character. Like it kind of defeats the purpose of doing this whole Secret Wars thing. The point of Secret Wars, to me, narratively, is to connect all of these different factions of the universe you didn't previously have together. Is to have the X-Men in the same universe as the Avengers and the Fantastic Four running congruently at the same time. That's the point. Well, but if we're going to convolute it even more and say, oh, but Dr. Doom is actually T'Challa in this universe, well, then why would you fix everything else about the universe except for that?
Right. And if that whole theory, and I could be wrong on this, I don't really know how it's all working, but if that whole theory about Dr. Doom being taken off the table by Kang and put somewhere else or trapped in something, whatever, from our timeline, then how the hell would Tony still be him from our timeline if he got taken out of our timeline and put see what I don't know, but I could be thinking, I could be reading into that, I don't know wrong.
I don't like any of the explanations as to why he has the same face as Tony. I don't like it, which would lead you to believe the best way to do it is probably to ignore it. But then that's just going to annoy me even more if they don't have a reason why he looks like Tony.
Yeah. I'm very curious. And I'm very interested in the what scenes they are going to show of him. How quick is it going to be of him? Because if you're showing him fighting and things like that, I'm assuming it would have to be enough. Not like
what's ST?
It would have to be enough. Stranger Things.
Yeah. Somewhat.
It would have to be enough to get people hype. I'm a dialogue person, so I'm very interested in what this dialogue is going to be in the teaser, what he's going to be saying.
Over under on Thanos being the bar for Dr. Doom's dialogue. You think it's going to clear Thanos, or you think it's going to fall short?
That's tough.
I was about to say Thanos' dialogue was legendary.
Thanos had some banger lines.
Run it, dread it, destiny arrives all the same. Or I should say, I arrived.
Yeah, he had some banging lines.
You could not deal with your failures.
That's
where did that leave you? Where did that lead you?
He threw that rock set back to me. Nah, Thanos has some great lines. You
fought bravely, Stark. When I set it all back, I'll make sure that they remember. What did he say? When I set the world straight, I'll make sure whoever's left remembers you.
Yeah.
And then let the nigga to bleed out. He didn't even finish him off. He just left. just, just assume that he had been beaten sufficiently enough to just die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope she's not Jean. I'm hoping Sadie Sink is not Jean, because that means we going super young, which means Storm is gonna be super young, and you already know where we going next.
I don't think she's Jean. Because Jean and her presence in Doomsday. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. Why?
but hold on now. You asking why about making sense? You're asking about logic here, and that's not the company we dealing with necessarily. So let's not forget there's going to be some MCUification in here somewhere. It may come in the form of Cynthia Erivo playing the Blade variant. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. I'm ready for it. I am ready for that trailer though. Next month, Avatar comes out. It is in front of it. If it doesn't leak before, it is in front of it. But we've heard they filmed several different versions, or crafted together several different versions of this trailer. And this is, I guess, one of the ones that they've landed on. I like this version. I like this one. I do like this one.
I don't think you're showing anything yet.
Oh, no, there's nothing.
Oh.
It was just the same, the words,
Gotcha.
that paragraph. But I do like that one. I like.
Oh, okay, I got you. You prefer the Doom sizzle reel?
I don't know about Peggy jumping out of the portal with Steve. Why is she there if she's not Captain Carter? But yeah, I like it ending on Steve. I think that's a way to get people talking. I didn't see anything about Tobey showing up in it or the X-Men showing up in it. You probably won't get the X-Men until your first.
If they're going to show Doom fighting, who the hell is he going to be fighting? Who the hell is he going to be fighting that we're going to give a shit about?
That's true.
I think that's the jeopardy in using actual film footage for your building of anticipation for Doom. Because are we supposed to know right off the bat that the X-Men are in this movie? Are we supposed to know right off the bat Fantastic Four and like every other Marvel character you can think of is involved in this movie? I don't think they want to just unload that at first sight. Now, as they go on, they do more and more media for the movie and stuff like that. Stuff is going to get out, but we don't start on giving everything and then still have that trickle out of information. You want to start from a point of mystery, of intrigue, and then have people fill in the gaps.
Yeah. They didn't have that luxury.
No.
Well, they did, but they squandered it. So now they, every time I watch Rick and Morty, how they do at the end of the episodes, how the writers will talk about the episode. Every time Jeff Loveness comes on, I'm like, interesting. This man is one of the factors that single-handedly took down this machine with his freedom, the freedom that he was given to do Multiverse of Madness, or not Multiverse of Madness, sorry, Quantumania. I always, when I think about Quantumania, there's a lot other things leading up to Quantumania that were, helping nail that final nail into that coffin. Well, one of the final nails into that coffin, but that film, Jesus, that film is so bad. It is so bad. And the more I'm rewatching Rick and Morty, there's so many Rick and Morty-esque just things. And I mean, like I said,
I haven't gone back to it. I watched it once. We talking about Quantumania, right?
Oh, I haven't rewatched it. Yeah,
I've only seen it one time. And so I didn't pick up on the Rick and Morty isms of it too much because I was so focused on the shit that I was pissed about. Like the minute I saw MODOK, the movie was pretty much over for me. I was focusing on the fact that all right, well, we started out strong on this whole Janet and Kang angle. Like, let's keep working that. Let's use that to expand Michael Douglas's role in this movie. Where the hell is why is Evangeline Lilly even in this fucking movie? Because she's barely said 10 words the entire time. And then all of a sudden I see MODOK and I'm like, yeah, no, nope, hang it up. Put the fries in the bag, buddy. I don't think you'll ever make another Marvel movie.
You know, it was bad. It was
It was very bad.
It was truly bad. But yeah, Doomsday. We'll wait to see what. Obviously, we'll be here when that trailer comes out. I don't know. We'll all discuss if we'll watch it when it drops, or if we'll, depending on where we are when it drops, if we'll jump online. I don't know if they're going to drop it online before.
You know, the day that shit hits the theaters, it will be on the internet within hours. We will be able to see it. We will definitely be able to see it. She looks like a witch lady. She looks like that shit is getting to her, and she need to stop.
Yeah, she is an actress, a singer, a bodyguard.
She's Yzma from Emperor's New Groove.
Somebody made one of the best meme gifs that I have saved in my arsenal, and it's have you seen the one of Cynthia Erivo jumping back and going? Have you seen it? Like, she's in that black dress, she's like, but at the beginning, before she does that, it's Sentry doing where he's throwing the bullets, but they don't have the bullets in it. It's him doing like this, and she's going back. So it's funny. I would have to pull it out for you to
get it. I understand.
Yeah, to get it, but that shit is funny. There's been a lot of Cynthia Erivo memes, especially with this new Wicked movie going around.
Did you see the fan try to hug Ariana Grande and the way that they freaked? Like, I get it.
Yeah,
people popping out of crowds and touching you, it could be scary. I got that. But nigga, the reaction, you would have thought he had a weapon. You would have thought he was trying to hurt her. You would have thought he came in there with a chainsaw or something. First of all, she start fucking hyperventilating and almost hit the damn floor.
Okay.
I don't know,
not even
bro.
From that instant. I'm just talking about
in general. Yeah, I don't know if either one of them are okay. I'm telling you, they need to leave that shit alone, Ricardo. They got to put that shit down.
Ariana's not the same. Somebody posted a Twitter video, like not a Twitter video. It was like a TikTok that they reposted on Twitter. And it was like she died. The old Ariana died after 2020. And it was like all these interviews and things she was doing before 2020. I was like, she really
now she do sound different. She sound like when she was dating Big Sean. Oh, nigga, this person that we see now didn't exist. Yeah, no.
So I don't know. People, and I saw another TikTok of somebody talking about what the fuck is going on that Wicked tour between Cynthia. They said because they make me not want to go watch the movie. I was like, I don't know what's going on with them, but it is weird. It's
every time I see them, they look fucking bugged out, like they about to, like they on the moon somewhere.
Yeah,
and they always touching on each other.
Always.
So I don't know. Lena Waithe just don't care, huh? She just let you get all handsy with everybody.
Always. But okay, we've got also the last thing here is today in Hollywood, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Chadwick Boseman received his star. I'm trying to pull that back up, actually. And I hadn't seen the pictures or anything like that prior to sitting down. I had seen some of them, but I didn't see a lot of these. If I can enlarge it prior to sitting down. But it is sad. especially, combing through these and seeing Simone's face. I'm sure Viola spoke well. Um, this picture here, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Her placing his shoes on the star. His brother's there. Ryan spoke for 10 minutes. I haven't gotten to watch that at all yet. That I do want to see it. He obviously, that you can see from this picture here, was emotional. He said that the parts I did see of the speech, he started off saying he hasn't publicly spoken about Chad since his death and things like that. So yeah,
Who
Ryan. He said he has
said that?
Let me make sure I'm hearing that correctly. But yes, he did say
That he hasn't publicly spoken about Chadwick since his death. Like that's. I mean, I'm not trying to nitpick the man's statements, but I mean that's false, like, categorically. Not even that it's a bad thing that it's false. He's only said good things, but we've heard him speak about Chadwick Boseman multiple times.
Let me hear what he said. Hold on. It won't play the sound because I use Firefox. He said, I want to ask that y'all bear with me. I've never had to speak about Chadwick directly since his passing.
I'll give him directly because maybe all the times we've heard him talking about it was in reference to Black Panther.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
So, yeah, very sad moment, but also a happy moment because he received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But very sad because they're obviously, I mean, grief is not something that they're going to be forever mourning. They're going to be forever mourning. Example, I don't know, my grandmother, my mother's mother, passed when I was 5 when she passed. And my mom has moments and days where you would, think that it happened that day. Moments of missing her mother. So I'm now, I can't, I don't, again, what I say about I can't speak to anybody's grief, but Simone, definitely, I can understand that being her husband.
Yeah.
So yeah, very sad, but also happy for the Chad that got Chadwick getting his name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But these were sad images, and yeah, like I said, I hadn't seen them prior to sitting down. I was looking at them as we were talking about some of the other topics, but
yeah, I saw most of the pictures. I seen mostly everybody was there: Viola, Letitia, Ryan, Michael B. Jordan. Lot of the Black Panther folks and a lot of people who have been in projects with him. I would say this is one of the first times that when we've brought up Chadwick Boseman, that it felt weird that he wasn't actually around. It just kind of reminded you that he's not here anymore. Because
right,
while everybody talks about honoring Chadwick and how much they cared about him while it was here, the amount of people who have taken like tangible action to honor him, not just certain business decisions and things like that they say are in memory of him, but like a scholarship program or a library being opened up his name at Spelman, like that's something tangible. When they did the Harder They Fall, when they had Chadwick Boseman's name on the side of the train in the film, like immortalizing him in something else, in a project that he wasn't even in, taking tangible steps, something like this, his name, a Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's one thing to pay words to it and to just kind of go on his business as usual, but then for him to be honored and him not be able to receive those flowers is sobering, especially when you're sitting there watching Simone and Derek and Kevin and his his blood relatives there, and they're mourning still. People get so emotional when they're watching Denai or Lapita and how they're dealing with Chadwick being gone, and I guess understandably so. But to me, sometimes it kind of overshadows the real life individuals
Right.
that knew him, like enough to talk to him on a day-to-day basis,
Mhm.
call him in the middle of the night if they need something, that kind of thing, like more than just a work friend. And that's the type of stuff that kind of makes it real for me.
Right. I agree. I do agree. And I don't even want to twist it and turn it into one of those things, but you did bring up, tangible things more than, companies saying that they want to honor him and things like that. You notice that
Right.
company is not here.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to leave that out of it. Right. I'm trying to leave that out of it because they do have enough employees to represent, if that's how you want to take it. But, there are certain people who used his name and the unfortunate circumstances of his loss as a marketing ploy. Let's just call it what it is. And they took advantage of it and they milked it for every last cent. So would it have been nice to have seen some of them there? Maybe even not. Maybe they didn't need to be around. Maybe that was the point.
Maybe. But yeah. So very happy that he is the talents that he the things that he left behind, that generations will go on to watch of him as being honored on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But again, like I said, the images, continue to pray for healing for, if that is I don't even know if that's a thing, in passing, healing, but to continue to pray for that God wraps his arms around them and comforts them during those tough moments of loss. So for sure. For sure. But yeah, I don't know anything else you want to say on the star.
I mean, big honor for him and the Boseman family. Again, continued condolences to them and their healing on their journey after losing Chad. I hope that one day somebody seems right to honor your boy the way that he deserves to be honored in these features. I hope that one day something, whether it's an epiphany or some realization or an individual who hasn't had their voice heard yet, is able to convince those who are driving the decision making process in that regard towards what everyone, myself, the people in the decision making seat, and everybody sitting at home knows what Chadwick would have wanted at the end of the day.
Right. Agreed.
For sure. Any other lingering topics out there you had in mind? Anything else we skipped over this week? Trump was sucking dick.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Trump was sucking. No. Not what they say. That's what Epstein and what's his name? Steve Bannon. That's what they was talking about. I'm like, hey, do Putin got that video of Trump blowing Bubba? Man, what?
Well, you got to remember. You have to remember at Charlie Kirk's memorial and at the RNC convention, the Grinder app crashed twice.
Hey,
You have to remember that.
Trump is so ego driven, though. I feel like there was a comedian who brought this shit up. He was like, you could probably trick Trump into sucking a dick. You could like Bill Clinton to be like, I bet you can't suck a dick. And Trump, I suck the best dick. I'll do it. I'll do it better than Monica Lewinsky. Right? Like you could trick Trump into doing some shit like that on some you can't do it shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But also he could just be closeted. That's also a Republican thing for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a Republican thing. And it's funny because I don't even want to go down that tangent, but I'm going to say this. It's funny. They're like, so I've seen some of them. I've been in threads on Twitter going back and forth with some of them where they've said things like, "Oh, I thought you guys were accepting of the LGBTQ."
Stop it.
Don't try to spin it. Nobody's.
Yeah, don't flip that shit back around. Like what?
We are, but what we're not accepting of you condemning the LGBTQ plus community and saying that they have no place here and trans folks and blah blah blah, while you secretly love trans folks and are living a lifestyle. So yeah.
Hey, I'm just mad that like more mainstream media won't pick it up. Dog, wall to wall coverage in my childhood of Bill Clinton in this white woman in his office. And oh my God, it's a national security threat. What if foreign powers found out he was getting a blowjob in the Oval Office, just like every other American president? But like, what if they found out and used it against him? So you telling me if Vladimir Putin got a picture of Trump with a mouthful of Bill Clinton, you don't think that has him compromised? Like you don't think?
Did you not see? But I'm telling you, Trump supporters. What is that? Let me see if I can find it. He said there was that one. He's got a podcast. I want to make sure I'm getting my words right. His words right. He said, I don't care that Trump was. Hold on. I want to make
I don't care he was blowing Bubba. I care whether or not somebody knew he was blowing Bubba and was holding it against him. That's what you need to be worried about.
What did he say? Because that shit was funny. He said, oh, here it is.
Of President Trump.
Here it is.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding dong. And so what if there was? That's World War III, Owen.
He said that's a lot better than World War III.
He said, and so what? Hey, they didn't turn the coat meter up to 1 million.
I told you.
They said we got to ride this one till the wheels fall off. He said, if there's a video of Trump sucking a ding dong, so what? Dog, how far they have fallen.
He said, so what? At least it's not World War III.
Bruh. Come on, man. Come on. You can't let him get away with that. You can't let the super macho, bravado driven president, the guy who mocks handicapped people, and he said Ted Cruz's wife was ugly. I don't give a fuck about that, but he said it. Right? Like you can't let that guy get off the hook with sucking ding-a-ling. You just can't. You have to let him eat that for the rest of his life. I don't ever want people to let go of that. Just like we ain't let go of the Epstein files. Do not let go of the fact that Trump sucked somebody's dick. Whether it was some oil tycoon who was named Bubba, or whether it was the formerly elected president from Arkansas, he was on them knees, boy. He was on them knees.
That's funny. And you know what? Yeah, no, that's funny. That's funny. Bubba, Trump, the Epstein files, he signed to release them today.
Yep. He had to. He ain't had no choice.
Yeah,
there was around 100 Republican senators that were going to vote for it anyway, so he didn't have no choice.
Well, Mark Epstein was all on the MSNBC or CNN or whatever.
I think it was CNN. Yep.
Talking about
how they're scrubbing the files
from a very good source.
Here's the thing. So if you were ever expecting to get a complete list with all the names unredacted and saying exactly what happened to each individual, then you was fighting for the wrong thing in the first place. The best that we could hope for is to get it on law that they have to disclose all the information. And then you're probably going to have to wait for another administration to pass before you can start getting some of the unredacted stuff up. The problem. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, just even if this does go through, I think it does nothing to. It's not. This is not going to be his Nixon moment. He's not resigning.
Well, here's the thing. This is why it's already bad for Trump. is because without the release of the entire documents around the case, he's still riddled with the controversy of it. He's popping up in all the emails that the House Intel Committee released. He's all in that birthday book. This is something that will never stop for him, because even before the release of the files, he's found to be riddled all the way through and entangled with Epstein. So it'll never go away. And as long as people are looking for someone to hang, that's the one thing that nobody's talking about in all of this, right? Is that this is America. Okay. And when we talk about people want someone held accountable, it ain't just releasing some shit on the news and telling everybody about it. That's not accountability in America. They want their pound of flesh. And the more you go along trying to defend all the folks that was doing all this dirt to these women, the more they're going to want that pound of flesh. Well, who's the number one individual with circumstantial evidence floating around him constantly and more of it coming out every single day? It's the fucking president. So he has two options at that point, right? Even if I am going to watch the files, I can't clean them to the point where nobody gets bit, because where does that lead everybody back to? Leads everybody right back to me. If not for the fact that I'm the only one that has legitimate evidence out there, but also because I'm the one keeping other pedophiles from getting taken. So he has to either sacrifice some folks, left, right, don't matter, let them get ate up in these files, in which I'm still in favor for, because you still a pedophile and you still traffic young girls with Epstein for favors or for information or for whatever the fuck you did it for. But you did it. Right. And then with Trump, this is just never a story that's going to go away from him. Releasing them isn't going to clean it for him. Somebody else going to jail ain't going to clear for him. It can only relieve the pressure. But the story would never completely go away from him. It's going to follow him the rest of his presidency.
Yeah, that's the thing. The rest of his presidency. I don't think
they have to do it within a month.
See, but
you gotta do it within a month, Weezy.
But yeah,
streets want a body, absolutely. Streets want a body.
Yeah, and I don't know why he, him and the MAGA team keep saying, Democrats this, Democrats that. Democrats were friends with Epstein. Okay, well,
then serve them up.
Fine. Yeah, so that
serve them up. Tell us who the Democrats are, please.
Yeah, nobody over here is like, oh, well, we're protecting the Democrat pedos. No, we're pushing them out there too. Whoever the fuck they are, yeah,
tell us who they are. Tell us who they are. That's something he probably should have already been on. But then again, he's not. He old, y'all. He's Biden age. He's sunset hours. Man wears a diaper. And he goes to bed at 8 o'clock. Is bad over there. So that politically savvy guy that was there in 2016 is not as sharp.
Him also talking about that the Democrats were friends with Epstein, all his friends. Brother, I don't know what, obviously he's not watching the same news channels. He watches Fox. He doesn't watch the same news channels we watch because he, is quoted saying, are these not the protests? Are these protests not happening now? Are these old? Am I watching old news? So he's quoted saying dumb shit and watching dumb shit. So he's probably he's when it comes to releasing any of that shit, he's not going to like I said, he's not gonna have the Nixon moment. He's not gonna have he's not gonna be impeached. He's not going to, it's gonna follow him, but he's not going to nothing happens to him. It depends
on how bad the stories get. It depends on how bad the stories and the circumstantial evidence surrounding said stories gets. Because if they could line, because another wild card we got in this is the almost thousands of victims who are talking about releasing their own list. Right? Like, if they're going to release redacted versions of what happened in some of these interactions, well, all it's going to take is one of the victims to match their story to one of the redacted versions and claim, like, that's me. I'm the redacted victim in this story, and I can tell you exactly who it was. Right? Like, they didn't wipe the people that they did this to off the face of the earth. There's many of them are still around. R.I.P. to Virginia Dufresne. But most of them are still around. And they're not going away. So by the very nature that he has to release any information, again, y'all, he took Pam Bondi, he took Lauren Boebert, Cash Patel. He took all of them into the Situation Room, which you don't do unless the goddamn country is under threat. Give up all your electronic devices. We're talking classified information in here. Brought them in there trying to get them not to cast their votes to get this shit released in the first place. You don't go to those extraordinary lengths if you can just wave off everything that's about to get out. You wouldn't go that far. You wouldn't tip to your opponents that you're that desperate if you don't have to.
It is true. Yeah, so I
don't know if you just like go down with the rest of them, but it's just a case of redacted. A lot of it's going to be redacted, but there's only so much that they can keep from getting out. I don't have faith in wealthy white men getting punished, though. They need to. We'll see how it goes. Your boy Larry Summers is going through it. He got kicked off a board, lost his job at a university, and lost some other shit. I think all in about 24 hours just for having continued email conversations with Epstein around the time of his conviction. It doesn't. What's the name? Prince Andrew got kicked out of the royal family.
Yeah.
This is not going to end up like, oh well, we'll deny it and we'll no. People are going to face some consequences. Will it be everybody? No, it will not be everybody. And if that's what we need for justice to be served, then I don't think that individual is going to call it justice. But people are going to have their reputations tarnished, and they'll be viewed in the correct light. They'll be viewed in the light that we should have seen them before, and not in this facade of money where we respect anybody who is able or lucky enough to get their hands on it. Like they have different answers than everybody else. Like they were specially ordained by God or some shit.
Yeah, people are definitely going to have images tarnished. But sorry.
We'll see how far it goes. I'm glad we're at least here, because I feel like a year ago when we was talking about this, I don't think we had even envisioned it going this far, having bipartisan support of Congress to reveal all of this. And one more thing that you can take from all of this is that this is now a popular political point. People will now run on convicting individuals in the Epstein files. If you're low-hanging fruit, you're gonna turn into some up-and-coming senators or some up-and-coming House member. You're gonna turn into their Senate run. Yep. Some young Senate seat, you're gonna turn into their presidential run. If you are vulnerable enough and there's enough information out on you where we can pin it on you, and now Donald Trump can't defend you, or Joe Biden can't defend you, or whoever the fuck it was you had in the administration at the time you was doing your dirt can't defend you, your ass gonna get ate up. You have to make it politically advantageous for the folks who did this shit to die. Not literally, speaking figuratively for YouTube, but you have to make it beneficial for them to die politically. And then, Washington will do the rest for you. Yeah. We got one more super chat here. Let me get to the joints. Hold on. Pop champagne, whoa. Wrong one. There we go. I am Too Fly Cam, $5. We appreciate you, dog. Would you rather be the head of DC, MCU, or is that Star Wars, SW, or maybe HBO, Game of Thrones, and Harry Potter? You have full creative casting control, unlimited budget. Oh, I mean, obviously MCU one. I guess I'll rank them since you gave me so many options. I'll rank them from most favorable to least favorable. I would say MCU 1. Star Wars 2. HBO 3, DC 4. What you got, Darius?
I'd go with Star Wars first. Marvel, DC, HBO.
Okay. All right. Bonus question. First project that you're doing for Lucasfilm for Star Wars. Full creative control, unlimited budget.
I'm rebooting.
Okay. What's the first project?
So it's we're going Knights of the Old Republic. We're starting there.
Clean over, huh?
Starting there and making it as spectacle, star adventure, walk out the theater, jaw dropped, pants pissed, as big as possible.
All right. So if we've got unlimited budget, I'm hiring Hickman and Antoine Fuqua immediately. Hickman as the head narrative creative, and Fuqua is probably going to be my lead director on a lot of films. But my first film out of the gate is going to be a House of X Powers of 10 film. We're going to start with X-Men, and we're going to start with Professor Xavier's message to the world about them finally breaking away from trying to do coexistence with humans. We're going to do that first.
Nice.
House of X, Powers of 10, Krakoa, the whole 9.
I would try my best to get Nolan to do a trilogy and Cameron to do a trilogy.
A Star Wars trilogy with Christopher Nolan? You lucky you got an unlimited budget, because you're going to have to pay that man an unholy amount of money.
Yeah. And Cameron. I want him to do
And
it.
Cameron, the trilogy. Cameron, you're going to have to give him $1 billion to go make 5 movies.
Yeah.
But at least he'll make them all. He's going to make them back to back. So you don't got to worry about that.
Unlimited. Those newest pictures that I think Empire Magazine put out of the Odyssey. Looks good.
Looks interesting, right? Like that's another big one that's coming out next year.
Yeah. So when I was looking at it, Bernthal's playing Menelaus.
Okay.
That's King Menelaus, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Bernthal. I seen Zendaya is Athena. They had her. She was one of the
gods.
Of the pictures. Yeah, with the who's it's Matt Damon. Matt Damon is Ulysses. Yeah.
Yes, Matt Damon.
Damon.
He said this is one of the greatest projects. Now, I don't know, could be talking, but I believe him.
You know, they just
one of the greatest projects he's ever been a part of.
Nah, it better be all these goddamn stars he didn't put in it.
There are scenes that people have been sharing from, and I've wondered that too, from the books and things on I can't wait to see how Nolan interprets, like for those of you that don't know Odyssey, how this is going to be interpreted visually. What's he gonna, because Nolan this is a really big movie. This is a big movie, and I bet you it's like 3 hours, because the Odyssey
is a long ass story. It's a long ass story.
It's a long story. So yeah, I'm ready though. That one is one that I'm actually really ready for a more full trailer and to sit down and watch it. Because I am a big Greek mythology fan. I've been saying I think they need to do more Greek mythology things, like even outside of the God of War. Well, they're not even going Greek mythology. They're doing the Norse mythology side. But yeah, more shows, Greek mythology, more movies, shows, stuff in that time. So it's a fun time, man. You got gods, you got fucking monsters, Cyclops, Medusa,
yep.
and you got a
But
lot.
he gets around. I did hear about this, Cleves. I was actually disappointed. They're doing instead of now the last Ronin idea that they're doing for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're making it like a Sonic movie. They're gonna make it kidified, which I mean, I'm not. It's who it's for. I'm not mad, but like I was really into that last Ronin idea. I was behind that 100%. It seems like they're just trying to copy the Sonic movie, which that works for Sonic. Can we do something different for Ninja Turtles?
How is Link and Zelda supposed to be in this? So are they doing a live action Link and Zelda and then doing it? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but are they going to do an animated one if they're doing this whole Super Smash Bros?
I think they're gonna find a way to do it together, like a Space Jam type of thing, or an Acme movie kind of thing, where they have the live action person in there with the cartoons and kind of mash the universes together. Like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit situation.
I hate that shit. God, I hate that. I hate that.
Do a Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It worked for Minecraft. They had real people walking around with digitized figures. It worked for them.
Yeah, visually, I've never been. I think I tolerate. Not tolerate. I really do. I grew up on Space Jam. Space Jam was Space Jam. But man, I can't imagine seeing like the dope animation that we're seeing so far in like the Mario movies, and then we're about to see Yoshi in this one, and then what if they do Star Fox? What if they do Metroid? And then here comes live action Link and Zelda next to him. I'm like, what the? No.
Well, but that assumes that they're going to continue to only do animation for those characters, right? Like you have flexibility where some of them could be live action as well to kind of
really ugly.
You could either split it up or you could meld them together.
Man, and
a live action Hercules would be dope.
They're doing that. That's the Russos.
Like a Disney?
Yeah, now when the fuck they have the time to do it, I don't know. Since they didn't took on this extensive ass role at Marvel.
I need them to do the one thing that none of these live action remakes have, except for maybe Aladdin. And even Aladdin changed a song, right? But get the original soundtrack. Leave it the fuck alone. Stop trying to modernize the soundtrack. The soundtrack are the best part. They are the best part of these Disney movies. It's what we remember the most. Stop changing the songs. Stop making new live action songs to release with the movie. We don't need it.
What can I say about my brother?
Yeah, we don't need that.
My brother.
I don't mind them doing it for Mufasa because that what did we have? We weren't working on anything. But Hercules has some of the most memorable songs, Disney songs of all time. There's absolutely no reason to touch a single song. Just run it back. Do the thing.
Some people, not everybody agrees with me when I say this, but I still always say it. How to Train Your Dragon to me was perfect. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, let's say you liked How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if it was
even Lilo and Stitch to a certain degree, right?
Yeah, to the things that they like. Okay, How to Train Your Dragon to me was perfect because, again, I know people don't like this, but because it was the animated movie, they didn't go in and say, oh well, what if Hiccup didn't get toothless? Yeah, that'd be a fun route. Like they didn't go in and try to change shit. They went in and left it alone. Like it's scene for scene. And it's I get the arguments of, well, why have a live action if you can just watch the animated? Because it's live action. That's why.
Because I wanted to see the movie I already liked in
Yes.
real life. Like that's all I wanted. That's what I showed up for.
Exactly. So, and it was perfect. Do that. That's something Disney hasn't grasped the concept of. It's like, again, I will say this every time I talk about Lilo and Stitch. I won't say I loved Lilo and Stitch. I liked Lilo and Stitch. But when the director says, well, we couldn't find a way to fit Gantu, what the fuck?
What do you mean fit Gantu? What are you talking about?
There's a whole ass movie that showed you how to fit him. So it's like that stuff. I don't like that. Because Gantu was needed because Jumba, Zach Galifianakis being the villain, that wasn't it.
I didn't even realize that was Zach Galifianakis until I was actually watching the movie. Until I was sitting down watching the movie.
Oh, well, then you heard him. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was like, damn, you didn't think to market Zach Galifianakis in your movie? Like you didn't think to maybe have more scenes with Zach in it? Like, I don't know. Yeah, no, I haven't heard the Ice Spice SpongeBob song. Have you?
I saw people saying, why couldn't she make it more kid friendly? And then somebody commented, said, well, how is she going to make it kid friendly?
I was about to say, how does Ice Spice make songs for kids? That just probably should have just not engaged, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's her sitting. It's very cheaply made. It's like looked like something like, I don't know if I could make that here, but it's like something somebody made on their computer with like, I don't know, a very low tier program. But
so this wasn't like an official.
No, it's. I think it is for SpongeBob. Like, no, it is official for SpongeBob now. If that is the work of Paramount Nickelodeon, they need to talk to somebody because that it's her sitting in like this cartoon roller coaster, and she's got the big pants. I don't know. She's saying something about SpongeBob's got big pants or something like that, but she's like doing, shaking and shit like that. But somebody quote retweeted that tweet and said, do you remember this? Hold on. Everybody got to remember this one. This was a classic. Can't hear it, but people were like, why couldn't she be more kiddie? And
like Maya, take me there. I want to go there. Take me there. I want to go there. Take me to back street. You better get in.
This definitely did that.
What's scary is that Maya still looks like that though. Like today,
she does.
She still looks like this today.
She does. I remember this video vividly. This movie was a big movie.
Again, that's when recording artists, shout out to Blackstreet and Maya, could still, and Mace. I forgot Mace was in this song too. They were multifaceted. Right? Like you had a layout for your adults, events and music and stuff like that. But then say you somebody like Destiny's Child and you doing a theme song for Proud Family. You know what I'm saying? Or something like this where Maya is featured on the soundtrack of the Rugrats movie, which was huge back in the movie. Back in the 90s.
Huge.
Rugrats movie was huge.
That movie was huge. The orange VHS tape, that movie was huge. I saw
it's like videos. the Baja Men and Snow Day was on that soundtrack.
Yeah,
really blew them up.
Yep, the Baja Men were on that soundtrack. Who let the dogs?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Yep. Good times.
So,
love
all right, y'all. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that is about it.
It's been real, Pantheonas. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me before Darius came in and saved the show. I will be live again on Sunday at 4:30. We'll be back on the couch, ready to hash it out. So y'all know where to find me at. Darius, what you got going on?
I might actually get in here and record that Black Panther video I've been meaning to record this weekend. I've been looking at houses, so that's another reason too. I've viewed 3 so far.
Nice.
Yeah, I've viewed 3 of them so far. I viewed one today that I did like, but yeah, I like it. So it's just trying to. Also, it's not like I'm also not like, oh, well, these are my options. And no. It's also like, they have to. The first one I got denied from because Capone is a pit. I hate that shit.
Damn.
So, yeah, I know. So.
Would they have an HOA?
No, it's just pet restriction. And he falls under the restricted pet guideline deal. So it's like, well, damn. So, yeah, that's really it. I'm still looking, I'm trying to get the hell out of here because y'all all know. I know we're trying to get out of here. Schedule's bad. That's why I'm late every damn Thursday. It's also one of the reasons that Chill and I aren't able to do the. We
haven't been doing the morning show.
Yeah, we haven't been doing the morning show. I think his schedule's kind of back to normal, the way to where we could. Just for me now, I'm using that extra time. I'm searching high and low on streets for house. I'm like, no, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. This commute, this drive, I'm done. I'm so done. I get sick of my own voice saying I'm done every day. I'm like, gotta get out.
Nigga be like, I'm done. You said that yesterday. I know. He talking to himself.
Yeah, right. So I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. So yeah, but other than that, I'll probably get in here this weekend and try to get that video. Out.
For sure, y'all. It's been real. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Same place, same time. You know what we do. Josh, take us out.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, I've been watching.
Oh, hey, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that could be done. What?
Yep,
Chill just be letting it keep going. He knows that he can pull it back. Oh, okay. Now that the more you know, the more you know. I was trying to answer Stamina. He said, "How do pets adjust to the house move?" Actually, if you have time, they adjust. They adjust really well. My dogs do. All my cats do too. The only cat that doesn't is my mama cat. She has allergies really bad. And anytime that we move or something like new smell or something like that, her allergies kick her ass. And yeah. So right now, what they're talking about doing for her is something that's not on my 2025 or 2026 bingo card is an $800 X-ray. To see if there's something, in like tickling in her nose, like that might be stuck in there. And I'm like, what the?
Man, what?
Yeah.
Flash a light bulb up there. See if you can see some
like,
get a flashlight.
So, yeah, nah. But yeah, they adjust well. They adjust pretty well. I think they'll like it better too. So, but yeah, Josh, take us home.
Yeah, take us out, brother. All right, y'all.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
All right, dog.